Hey, what's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. I'm just so fucking happy that I can have you guys here. Joining me, watching or listening to me talking. As you guys can tell probably already, I'm really stoned just like the last video. This is the first time that I smoked green. This is what the story's about. Now, this is a very special story. This is, in my opinion, a very, very good story. Now, this story happened at my grandparents' house. I was 13 at the time. This happened a very, very long time ago. I was just in the house. I think my grandparents were, they were just out of the house. I don't know exactly why. I think they're in the shop or something. But I was just in the house alone. And I knew that there was a little bit of ganja somewhere. So technically, the one other time that I actually consumed weed, I was maybe 9 years old, and I drank my grandparents' bong water. Now I just knew that it was something involving, that would get you high. I just didn't know exactly what the fuck it was. I just didn't know what it was for. So yeah, I was just in the house alone, looking around the drawers, and I found a little tin. Okay, I found a tin. And I didn't know what it was. I just knew that it was weed. I didn't open the tin. So I'm like, okay, damn. I want to fucking hang out with, I'm going to just call him, I think his name was Ron. For some reason, I named him Ron in the other video because he was in one of the other ones. I don't fucking know. But Ron, I call up Ron. I'm like, hey, I found some shit. I actually don't think I tell him that I found shit. I'm just like, hey, we gotta get some sushi, G. We gotta hang out, get some sushi at my grandparents' house. So I asked my grandparents, is that I? And everything's basically fucking worked out. So we go pick up Ron. It's just me and my grandpa pick up Ron. And my grandpa fucking goes inside and gets the sushi. It's just me and Ron in the car. I'm like, hey, I found this tin, and it had the little weed leaf because like I knew that Ron had smoked a little bit beforehand because we were a couple of young motherfuckers. So fuck. So he wasn't smoking hella at this time or beforehand at all. So I'm like, I found this tin, and he's like, oh, like I kind of explain it to him, kind of describe it to him. He's like, oh, maybe it's some edibles or something. So Grandpa gets back in the car with the sushi. Got some fucking, if I remember correctly, damn, what was it called? I don't know, but we got some naan bread, probably. Really good sushi roll. Probably some sort of salmon, maybe. And then after we're done eating, this is when the fun happens. Play some croquet. So we're down in the yard playing croquet. We're all having fun. Just messing, just messing around, having the times of our lives. While everyone's, playing croquet, I sneak upstairs, I grab the tin, and I look inside, and it's some joints. So I'm hella excited about that. I go tell Ron, tell him the good news. He's excited. And then after we play the croquet, we're all done. We go in, and actually we start watching a movie. So we wait, and we wait, fuck, until my grandparents are asleep. And then we decide to buzz the drinks out. So we grab some vodka, and this shit, it was just some sort of amber shit, amber looking drink. Yeah, I don't remember. So we mix some drinks. I remember we bust out the apple cider. Perfect combination. It was delicious, nothing better. So we drink that a little bit. We got the liquor flowing inside of us, and then we decide to spark up the joints. So we open the window. Ron's like, let's just take a few puffs, and then we'll smoke the rest outside tomorrow. I'm like, I eat fine. I take my first hit ever of some pure medical ganja. Fuck. Anyways, I take my first hit. It's amazing. I don't cough once. And he's like, damn. Normally when I smoke up my friends and it's like their first time, they normally cough. I'm like, damn, the weed's been chosen for me. Even though I take another hit, I inhale, and I cough a fucking lung up. It was the worst pain ever. Like, I just remember this agonizing pain in my throat. Like, that shit burnt so bad. I was like, what the fuck, G? Why didn't you tell me this shit hurts so fucking bad? Like, that shit hurt so bad. I don't know why. But that was the only time that it ever hurt that bad. So we smoke an entire joint, between us. And we were fucked up, man. I remember I was talking about cocaine. I was falling on the floor and shit. All this bullshit. I was going crazy, honestly. I was fucked up. I wish I could get that fucked up now. Sadly, impossible at this point. At least with natural methods. But, we smoked that joint, and, Ron passes the fuck out. He's gone. I try to wake him up. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Like, he's so fucking gone. So at this point, I decide to get a breath of fresh air. So Ron is completely asleep. Completely 100% dead. So I can, to this day, I cannot explain what happened. But this is the most supernatural shit, the most high ass bullshit you've ever heard. Just fucking get ready for this. I walk outside. I remember the strain we smoked was some dragon crack. This was straight sativa, if I remember correctly. It might have been a hybrid, but it was definitely mostly sativa. I wanted to run. I just remember the urge to run. So I go outside. I just lay in the grass. And it's just the best feeling ever. And then I remember I'm looking around outside, and I just remember seeing my neighbor like sitting on her porch, just staring at me, and that shit was kind of crazy. Like I kind of knew that it might not be real, like a tiny bit, but it was freaking me the fuck out because I was just staring at her like, oh, like what the fuck, like I didn't know what to think. Eventually, I realized she was fake. It took me a while. It took me a long time to figure out that it was just made up in my brain and there was nothing actually there. But this is when the bullshit starts to happen. I decide I'm done with being outside and I want to go back inside. But shit decides that I don't know, that's just not okay, I guess. Because I try to go back inside and the door just magically locked itself. And I know Ron didn't do it. I know he didn't. He wouldn't just lock the door and I know he wouldn't. There's no way he did that. But the door's just locked. So I try the front door. That's locked. So I don't know what to do. My high ass, drunk ass, cross-faded ass, dumbass, decides to start ringing the doorbell. Everyone's passed the fuck out. Pretty much everyone in the house is definitely stoned, in some capacity. But yeah, no one answers. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get inside because I don't want to sleep outside. That's just not something I want to do. I might think I like see a bear or something weird and like jump off a cliff on accident. 'Cause there's definitely some cliffs in the area, so I didn't want to be fucking around with that. So my high ass genius ass decides I'm gonna try a window. My grandparents had this like storage bin. Like think about like a plastic garbage bin, like the things you put the garbage in. But this wasn't a thing you put the garbage in. This is a thing you put other shit in. You could put garbage in it, but like they didn't put garbage in it probably. I don't even honestly know what I'm talking about, but it was just a little storage thing. So I climb up on that and there's a window right there. And luckily, it's the open window that we cracked open so we could smoke. So I'm just sitting there trying to get in and it's not working. I just can't get in. Like I'm trying to squeeze my hand through and my hand's just too fucking big. But I just keep forcing it under and eventually I reach the fucking like thing, like the turn thing that opens the window. So I just kind of eventually keep opening it and it's so painful, I remember, on my arm. And it was just fucking barely opening. So I finally get it a little bit open and I can finally fit myself through it. But there's a screen door, so I have to fucking go through the screen door, fucking punch through that. And I'm like crawling out of the window. It's so painful because it's such a small hole. That shit was so fucking small. I finally get through. Because Ron's sitting there the whole time, asleep. And I'm yelling at him, but he's not fucking waking up. Because he's so fucking faded. I'm like, fuck you, Ron, fuck you, fuck you. Because the shit hurts so bad. And I'm trying to wake him up. But the bitch wouldn't do nothing. He was just fucking passed out. Not a sound. So I remember I like start punching him. Like I was just so mad. He was asleep. Didn't even feel nothing. And that's when the night ends. So I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, I'm still fucking stoned. And we did actually get caught. The only reason we got caught is because we let the tiny, tiny bit of ash just fucking on like the tray or something. But anyways, boys, I hope you enjoy this video. I really enjoyed telling it to you. And I'm gonna go get more baked than I already am, if it's even possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, or did enjoy it. And I love you guys.
From the gutter, bitch, I get to the end, fully loaded mag, tell them fuck niggas blitz again. Now it's garlic, lemon, butter on my fish again. Know them niggas hate when I spin, like not this again. If I don't get it out of you, I get it out of bitch. Put yourself in my shoes, see a lot of shit. I was in the county blues, I was on my dick, sleeping on the floor, wake me up before you take a piss.